Now this guy, he sent me his resume. He's done an engineering degree from XYZ college. Now there are perhaps 50 guys in that college, in that class. How is he different from rest of the guys? Has he mentioned anything in the resume that tells me he's different from those guys, or he's different from million other people who have done engineering degree?
From a student perspective, looking at TCS, Tech Mahindra, or even MSIS, the first question which comes to my mind is, in the gig economy, which is trending right now, we send cold mails or directly pitch to the people. How do you know the requirement of the client, or how do you pitch yourself at that tech level?
I don't know. I mean, I understand your question fully, but let's say based on the emails I see, or people send their CV and all that, and I find many of the students coming out of Indian universities, they're not employable right away. Actually, most of our hiring is done out of other training institutes. We want them to go through some real training on things which are being deployed, which are being worked on before hiring them. Now, but let's say if a guy is really good, he has developed something while he is at college, then of course he should send us what he has developed, how he has solved a problem, whether it is a startup, it's a job, or it is marriage. Everybody is looking for you to become useful. Even your wife or spouse, meaning your husband or wife, whomever you're looking for, see how useful are you to them in their life, isn't it? I mean, right? You agree with me, right?
Yeah.
So they say, well, I earn 10,000 rupees. You earn 6,000. May not be useful, right? Somebody may look at it, right? Or I'm 6 feet, you're 5 feet. May not be useful, right? My father is, is 100 billion. Your father is 2 billion. May be useful. Anand Ambani and right? A recent marriage, right? But let's say you're 100 million. My father is 100 billion. May not be useful, right? But so everybody is looking for, same way an employer sees. Now this guy, he sent me his resume. He's done an engineering degree from XYZ college. Now there are perhaps 50 guys in that college, in that class. How is he different from rest of the guys? Has he mentioned anything in the resume that tells me he's different from those guys, or he's different from million other people who have done engineering degree? Then you are doing engineering degree. So when you apply, suppose to MSIS, we would want to see how are you different from other 1.5 million people who have done computer engineering. Now suppose you have built a piece of code which has solved some problem. Don't do that something that everybody else is doing, or looking at some project somewhere in Google or ChatGPT. No. Look at some problem and you solve that problem. Automatically people will jump at you. I'll tell you some of the startups in some guys in Georgia Tech. I mean, I funded few people here and there. Some kids, some succeeded, some didn't. But I know the guy, in the second year itself, he had built a dashboard which was taking real-time input from stock market, from weather data and all the other different kind of geopolitical data and all that, and giving a dashboard of how the stocks are going to trend. Now, that was almost 10 years ago. 10 years ago, it was a unique idea. And for him to, it was not rocket science, but first it was a great idea. At second year itself, he has built it, and he has built it in his free time in like 2 weeks. We were very impressed.